Series grade 6 art and craft subtopic mounting and display. Mounting and display. Artworks can be mounted on various surfaces, boys and girls. And some of these surfaces where you can mount your artworks include manila papers, carton, cardboard, or any other hard surface. After mounting, artworks can be framed to keep them safe and attractive. Once you do your artworks, you can also frame them so that they can remain to be safe and attractive. A frame is a structure that can be made of, number one, wood. It can also be made of metal or even a plastic material or another suitable material for that matter. A frame surrounds all borders a picture, a painting, a crayon etching picture, or even a drawing. I repeat again. A frame, that structure, a frame, it can surround either a picture drawn, a painting done, crayon etching done, or even a drawing of whatever nature. Again, a frame holds an artwork, and also it enhances beauty of that artwork. Now, let us understand the term framing. Framing is the method of surrounding and fixing a picture in position using a frame. I'll show you how a frame looks like. Frames are there, so many, even in our houses, where we put our photos and what have you. Mounting. Mounting is the art of fixing images on a hard and a firm surface known as a background or even a base. Background can also be referred to as a base where you stick. Now, mounting and framing helps protect 2D artworks from, number one, folding, tearing, creasing, wearing. And I want to remind you again, boys and girls, when I say mounting and framing helps to protect 2D artworks, you may ask yourself, what is a 2D artwork? 2D stands for two-dimensional artworks. And 2D artworks, they are those artworks which we can only view them. We can only see them from the front only. Unlike 3D artworks that can be seen from all sides. You can even go around them. So we have 2D and 3D. So in the next, I'll be talking about how to make a frame. Yes, thank you. Now let us see making a picture frame using meter joint. Making a picture frame using meter joints. 1. The process of joining pieces of wood to form a meter joint is known as joinery. That process of joining pieces of wood to make a meter joint is known as joinery. And then joinery is done using strong adhesives, e.g. glue, or even you can use nails, or if you want a combination. If you want to make a very strong joint, you can combine glue and nails. And remember, a meter joint is formed when two pieces of wood are cut at an angle of 45 degrees and joined to form a corner that make a 90 degrees joint, as you can see in my illustration down there. Next, meter joints are used to make frames for mounting two-dimensional artworks. So meter joints are used to make frame so that now you can mount a two-dimensional artwork. And I did mention up there what kind of artworks are these two-dimensional: drawing, painting, crayon etching, and painting, just to mention a few. And I said, when we talk about two-dimensional artworks, these are the artworks that you can view them from only one side, and that is the front. Boys and girls, slowly by slowly, let us now look at the tools and materials that you can use in making a meter joint frame. These are the tools and materials. You need to have a cutting tool, and that is hand saw. You also need to have a carving knife, a knife that can cut those areas of your meter joint where the saw cannot reach. You also need to have a sandpaper. A sandpaper is a paper that is rough on one side, and it is used to give a smooth finish to the pieces of wood you are using. You also need to have a tri-square. A tri-square now, it is the one which is going to measure that 45 degrees, and also to ensure that your meter joint, where it connects, the corners are making an angle of 90 degrees. You are also supposed to have a block of wood, which you are going to cut using a hand saw, and then make that meter joint. And finally, you are supposed to have the glue. Of course, glue is very important, so that now you can join. Now, those various four pieces of wood, so that you can now make your frame. Now, let me say this. It is very, very important that the measurements you are taking during this exercise should be based on the size of the frame, or should be based on the size of the picture or the mounting surface you want to frame. And number two, keep your thumb out of the way in case the saw slips, it can cut you. So when you are cutting, always make sure that your thumb is not in the line, is not on the way of the saw, because you can easily cut your finger off. You can easily chop. Otherwise, have a good day.